If you are a famous YouTuber with thousands of subscribers and millions of views on your YouTube channel, you could expect your viewers to send you questions for you to respond. I'm not that famous, I'm not there yet, so no one is sending any questions to me. So I thought about, why not answer the questions that other YouTubers receive. So I found a bunch of questions and I'm going to answer them immediately. And those are questions from Martino Canadian Gamer and someone else, and those questions are for Kyle Pounce. Those are sent to Kyle Pounce, but I will answer them because no one is sending me any questions. So let's see here. First questions: what are your favorite actor and actress that are in the business right now? I have to say, I watch a lot of movies. Hollywood movies. As a Hollywood actor, I would probably say Michael Douglas. He always portrays this well-off, well-educated man, gentleman who usually gets into trouble. I remember Fatal Attraction. He was stalked by this deranged woman and falling down. He was a scientist that lost his mind, and he goes berserk in the big city. I remember especially the scene in the McDonald's. He wants to order the breakfast menu, but the manager says, no way, because it's already 10:30 and you can't order it. And he picks up his machine gun and starts to shoot. So that's a very intriguing, exciting movie. Also, he made The Game. He's a millionaire and he's bored, and his younger brother gives him a birthday present, and this movie is full of surprises, also intriguing, exciting. You don't know what is going to happen. I watched it in the 90s and I was astonished by it. And he's a Jew, but he's not that typical Jew. He's not that self-important, like very touchy, that type of person, full of himself, like Howard Stern or Jerry Seinfeld. So he's a nice for being a Jew. So that's probably my favorite Hollywood actor. I also watch movies from outside of Hollywood. As for, I like Dario Argento, his horror movies, but none of those actors are famous, so I don't remember the names of them. Same for the Tarkovsky movies. It's not the actors that you pay attention to them. They're not that famous, so I tend to forget their names. So that's my favorite actor. Second question is, if you have the chance to move to the Netherlands, since I heard that it's your most favorite country, would you live there for a short period of time, like 1 to 5 years, or permanently? Why? No, I've been to the Netherlands twice, and I think it's boring, because the landscape, it's flat. I like when the landscape is more diverse, like you see these lakes and the mountains and the woods. So I wouldn't live in the Netherlands. The people, the Dutch, I don't see that they're usually they are very tall. The guys are muscular and tall. And the women also. I don't think they're very beautiful as a people either. We have the third question. When was the last time you partied at a club or something? Must have been in the 80s. We went to a nightclub, but I never liked it. I like to stay at home. So, fifth question, do you like to pig out at a buffet type of restaurant? Usually before Christmas, at work, they invite all the staff to a buffet type of restaurant. I like to eat out there before Christmas. So what are your thoughts on the Smokies nightclub in Amsterdam? Never been to Amsterdam. When was the first time you ever traveled abroad, as in what year and all that? That was probably in the 1970s, Denmark, Copenhagen. That was the first country I ever visited. Second was probably Germany. 8. Would you like to come to the East Coast, like New York City, Miami, or all that one day? Absolutely. New York City is a very vibrant place. Manhattan, I've read about it. They have lots of sites like the Empire State Building and, the Statue of Liberty, Times Square. Miami, I don't know, seems to be very hot and damp, and it's not for me. I'm a northern guy. I like when it's not that hot. How long have you been wanting to do kayak tripping, or you already done that? When I was in my teens, we used to have a kayak and an inflatable boat also, so we used to go out on the lake. I grew up in a small town and there's a lake, so I have done that. I like outdoor activities. What cities in Australia have you been to, and what are your favorites? Never been there. Would you like to go to San Francisco someday to see how the nightlife, food and all that are? Absolutely. I've heard that San Francisco's got Chinatown, so I like Chinese food. I would probably go there. Did you ever thought about taking martial arts lessons? No. What martial art would you like to try? None. Nothing of that. I don't like that. Did you ever party all night long, like till 6 a.m. or something? No. When I was younger, I used to go out with my friends to a nightclub, but I was always the first to go home. I mean, to leave the party. Because I'm not that type of person. Do you date girls? No, because I'm married. Have you ever got laid before? What kind of question is that? How many years did you travel around the world? I've been traveling I've been to Russia, to various Russian cities. So I've been around a little bit, but I did not travel all the time. How often do you shave your mustache, beard? When was the last time you did that? I have wore this mustache for about 13 years, and I like it. I wouldn't shave it off. That's pretty much all questions from Martino. So, the Canadian Gamer, he also sent a bunch of questions to Kyle Pounds, and I'm going to answer them because nobody sends me any questions. First one, where did you first hear about the Boston bombings, and what are your thoughts on the situation? And some claiming it was a setup. Very interesting, complex question to answer. I read about it in the newspapers, on the internet. It's world news. Everyone knows about it. It was a terrible terrorist attack carried out by two young men, both of them refugees. They came as immigrants to America, and they planted these bombs during the Boston Marathon. People were maimed and killed, so it was awful. You have to have in mind, this was not the first time when Chechens were involved in terror. Usually they took hostages in the theater, they blew up high-rises in Moscow, they took hostages even in the school. They are terrible, terrible people. In the 90s, there used to be a civil war going on in Russia between Chechnya, and which is a republic within the Russian Federation. There was a war, as I said. Local warlords in Chechnya, they seized power. There was total chaos going on there. Russian troops were sent in to defend, to protect the population, the civil population in Chechnya, and there were lots of atrocities down there. It was a dirty war. And I remember I saw on TV how the Chechen rebels, they captured Russian soldiers, and they took hostages, and you could see how they shot their fingers, shut off their fingers, and there really was some torture going on there. This war, a terrible war. Of course, the United States, they have their opinions about the war. They they told Russia that you have to stop this bloody war, you treat the Chechens badly, they are freedom fighters. But now they know. They let these two Chechen terrorists into their country, into America, and they carried out a terrorist attack in America too. So now they have convinced America too that they are dangerous. I'm not saying that all Chechens are terrorists. There may be good people down there too, but you have to watch out for these Muslim devoted militant Muslims. They are dangerous. Next question. Do you have any long-term goals that are not related to your website? Long-term goals is to work, raise my family, do some YouTube clips. Third question, if you have any kids, where are they now? They're at home. What is your all-time favorite movie, band, artist? Favorite movie probably would be some movie by Tarkovsky. Either, I don't remember the name of it, as usual. Maybe Solaris, that's a great movie. Stalker, something out of that. Maybe Suspiria, Argento's horror movie. Favorite band, artist? I listen to this krautrock electronic music. Do you plan on doing any more traveling? If so, where would you like to go? Probably somewhere this summer, probably to Denmark or something, camping. What happened to your planned kayaking trip? Man, I didn't plan any kayak trip. Will you ever do living in a vlog again? That would be great. I'm going to hit the road this summer, and I'm going to do some vlogs from my van on the road. Related to question 1, what are your thoughts on America and the recent incidents? Sandy Hook shooting, Boston bombings, Aurora movie theater. Those are separate events, because this guy in the theater Aurora, he was a nut and a gun nut, and you need gun control. You have to decrease the number of weapons, and that problem would be solved in the future. The Boston bombings, those are terrorists. They have connections. They could find bombs. They're trained by the Al-Qaeda, maybe. Have you thought about finding a girlfriend? No, I'm married. How has your YouTube changed your life over the past few years? Actually, I have changed a little bit. I've made hundreds of YouTube clips. I have 8 YouTube channels. I like to do reviews on video cameras and wristwatches and electronic equipment, about how to fix my car, things of that nature. And I actually earned my first $100 from Google. I thought it was hoax, everything, and it was just you couldn't earn any money out of YouTube, but it's possible. And they really pay you. I was so surprised. I thought it was a scam, that they only fool you to put their ads in your videos and you don't get paid, but no, they really pay you. How was you? No, thanks, Kyle. Oh, well, you're welcome.